Sarah laughed. She said she didn't, but she did. She laughed because she was well advanced in years and beyond the age of childbearing. The rebuttal of the Almighty to her snicker of doubt was this: "Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time I shall return to you, and you shall have a son." What foolish person would snicker and scoff at the Lord's words? Well, I imagine each one of us has done so in some manner. Perhaps we've not done so with a sarcastically motivated chuckle, but we've done so with every expression of doubt, with every eye roll, with every anxiety, with every obscenity, with every morsel of hesitation when met with assurances that carnality might deem as ambiguous or unnatural. I submit to you that it is in fact doubt that ought to be the unnatural characteristic of a genuine believer. With every situation or scenario through which we are led, and with every year and every breath that we are provided, ought to come the ever-strengthening trust in the boundless capabilities of the Almighty. Indeed, the paths of our sanctification and our trust are never charted independently. But the truth is that even the most seasoned servant will find themselves trading shots in skirmishes with doubt and even unbelief in the biblical sense. This very morning, I scrolled the news headlines and found myself with contrary thoughts and words over a proposed tax plan that would no doubt bring many fiscally to their knees. As I pondered how we might be affected along with our countless countrymen, I began to doubt. I began to feel that terribly familiar weight of hopelessness upon my back and that sweat of anxiety upon my brow. Likewise, as I traversed my prayer list for others, I found my fervent intercession threatened by the harassing facets of overwhelming and doubt. How can so much uncertainty and struggle and heartache and infirmity be managed? Too often we fail to ask the essential question that must roll immediately off of the lips of the embattled children of God. Is anything too hard for the Lord? It is only when we take the time to step aside from our anxieties and doubts that we recall the immutable answer that lays within the all-sufficiency of the omnipotent God. It is in seeking Him by faith that our fears and frustrations are calmed like the waves of the Galilee at Christ's rebuke. Have you fallen short in this regard as Sarah did? You're in good company. Did not Moses doubt when called to be the spokesman of the Almighty before Pharaoh? Did not Peter doubt prior to his vision preceding the arrival of Cornelius's men at his gate? Did not Thomas doubt the resurrection until he handled the very hands of the Messiah and touched his wounds? Did not Gideon test God twice to prove his reliability? Did not the Lord provide Sarah and Abraham an heir in spite of their doubt? Did He not use Moses and Gideon and the countless other figures embodied in the Scriptures to great effect in spite of their shortcomings and questioning? Indeed, doubt will touch us all. It is an effective tool of our adversary, for from it can stem defeat and complacency, and all manner of dispositions to reduce the effectiveness of the Christian, as well as the abundance of life to be had in the fellowship of Abba and the walking of His providential path. Is there anything too hard for the Lord? If we'll simply ask this simple yet poignant question when tested, we'll find the tempests of life calmed in the light of His might. We may even come to the Lord in seasons of doubt or unbelief, wrongly expecting the sharp rebuke of an agitated Abba, but will instead find the gracious, long-suffering character of our Redeemer, gently ushering us to the remembrance of His unwavering assurances to all who believe and submit. So I ask all manner of folk in all manner of circumstance, is anything too hard for the one who overwhelms the overwhelming?